warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is NURNAJIHAH BINTI ANUAR from 5 Haitham. My matrix number is PB170332.
Hi, my name is NURHANIM binti YUSOFF and I'll be with my other two members, NURFATAHIYYAH and NURNAJIHAH. So today we are going to talk about deforestation. So, what is deforestation? As you watched just now, deforestation is a decrease of forest area or an action of clearing a wide area of trees in a very large scale. So, what caused deforestation actually? The reason for this activity is mainly for urbanization, agriculture, and to obtain timber for construction work, furniture, and paper. However, we should bear in mind, excessive deforestation will lead to many consequences. We are risking our main source of oxygen, we are triggering the flash floods, and it will also affect the natural habitats of certain animals. Even worse, some parties had done this illegally. And due to that, do you know that there are only
515 million AQILAH
and has been declared as endangered species. So that's all for me, thank you.
I will continue with the bad and good effect of deforestation. The first one is loss of habitat. One of the most dangerous and unsettling effects of deforestation is the loss of animal and plant species due to their loss of habitat. 70% of land animals and plant species live in forests. The trees of the rainforest that provide shelter for some species also provide the canopy that regulates the temperature. Deforestation results in a more drastic temperature variation from day to night, much like a desert, which could prove fatal for more inhabitants. The second one is increased greenhouse gases. In addition of the loss of habitat, the lack of trees also allows a greater amount of greenhouse gases to be released into the atmosphere. Healthy forests absorb carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, acting as valuable carbon sinks. Depending on the needs of the social group concerned, deforestation has made it possible for communities to be built. Forests make way for residential houses, office buildings, and factories. Governments are able to build roads to make trade and transport easier and therefore more convenient to residents. Deforestation can also mean the conversion of forest land to productive land for agricultural uses. This results in better and more abundant production of food and materials, virtually eradicating periods of want and lack. Economically, the deforestation has contributed much in giving many communities the opportunity to make positive changes in their lives. The first one is control deforestation. While deforestation cannot be avoided completely, we must look to control it. Young and immature trees should not be felled as far as possible. We must look to avoid large-scale commercial deforestation as well. Adapting practice such as clear cutting or selective cutting will be beneficial in the long run. The second one is protect against forest fires. Forest fires are the most common and deadly cause of loss of forest. They can start due to natural causes or can be accident caused by man or even intentional in some cases. Once a fire spread in a forest, it is very difficult to control. Precautions must be taken for such incidents, making fire lanes, spreading chemicals to control fires, clearing out dry leaves and trees. The first one is green business. Green business concerns reuse and recycling. Green methods of production and utilization of resources can immeasurably reduce deforestation. Particularly is the focus of reusing items, reducing the use of artificial items, and recycling more items. Paper, plastics, and woods are linked to the destruction of forests and other natural resources. The second one is ecoforestry. Ecoforestry is a move on saving the world's forests. It acknowledges that sometimes the use of trees for various human activities or reasons can be inevitable. First, ecoforestry underscores the need of cutting down trees in the environmentally friendly manner. It is where only cautiously selected trees are felled and transported with the least possible damage to the area. Also, ecoforestry not only calls for the preservation of the forest region ecosystem, but also allows for control and green timber extraction. First one is plant trees. This is an important part of forest restoration, but funding for doing so often runs dry. Many reforestation programs need to plant seedlings and grow their own native trees. Second way is protecting wildlife corridors. Looking at how plants and animals move and reproduce across landscapes is key to forest restoration. A corridor, the width of a swimming pool, can allow animals to travel among forest fragments, significantly improving their chances of surviving, reproducing, and flourishing. Sustainable forestry practice involves the replanting at least as many, if not more, trees than are removed by logging, which offsets at least some of the logging losses.
Deforestation can directly lead to biodiversity loss when animal species that live in the tree no longer have their habitat, cannot relocate, and therefore become extinct. Deforestation can lead certain tree species to permanently disappear, which affect biodiversity of plant species in an environment. Deforestation affects biodiversity in a number of ways. Trees may be removed from particular area in order to make various wood products, to clear land for new building or road, or for creating new farming or grazing land. It also occurs as a result of natural disaster or accidental fire. Based on automated analysis of 10,000 of images over primary untouched forests, satellites found that there were lower rate of primary forest loss in Malaysia, on average in 2020 compared to the average loss from 2016 until 2019. Satellites has also found a reduction in the expected carbon dioxide emission for 2020 as a result of the decrease in primary forest loss in Malaysia. Approximately 6 million tons of carbon dioxide was not emitted over 2020 due to the decrease when comparing the predicted emission to the one estimated based on actual forest loss. Original prediction for 2020 was a continuation of the downward trend in deforestation of about -10% per year for Sabah, Malaysia. However, this was disrupted most probably due to the far-reaching effect of the COVID-19 pandemic. The actual decrease was much more than expected at around -40%. So, our updated model predicts a smaller decrease in deforestation for 2021 to compensate for that. Around the world, deforestation occurs mostly in the tropics where there are different types of forests, from wet and hot rainforests to others that lose their leaf in the dry season and become woodland. Some parts of the world have managed to protect their forests from deforestation, while others have seen their forestal area decline. According to FAO's report, 6 million hectares of land were lost from forest to agriculture since 1990. In the tropical domain, this change significantly differs, but there are three important worldwide examples of deforestation: the Amazon rainforest, Indonesia, and Borneo, and also Africa. The example Brazil and the Amazon forest are also important for the wrong reason. Deforestation area worldwide. The Amazon rainforest is one of the world's largest hotspot with huge biodiversity reserve. Its ability to store carbon and produce oxygen make it of the lungs of the planet.